Yo guys, welcome to this live stream, this Christmas live stream. We got a special team setting up right now. We got a nice fireplace, and the fire is actually quite big, as you can see. And I just wanted to do a very quick live session just to go over the Bitcoin charts. But let me make first sure that everything is working. And let me share it over on Twitter, and I will allow everyone some time to join the chat, join the live stream, and say something in the message, in the comments section, guys. Let me know if you had a good Christmas, where you are, if you also have a nice fireplace like this. And we're actually lucky, right, that Bitcoin hasn't made like big moves during Christmas, because it makes it gives us more peace of mind and will make us that we are more present with our family. Yeah, guys, before we are jumping into any TA, I want to wish every single one of you a awesome Christmas. Of course, we're right now in the middle of it, but yeah, I hope every single one of you had a awesome Christmas. Spend time with your loved ones, with your family. Most important today, like I always say, for everything is a season, right? A season for buying, season for selling, season for altcoins, but there's also a season for your family, which is basically right now. I had an awesome time with my family. Yeah, and I really cherish these times, because it's not always with Christmas that I'm at home, that I can see my family, because as you guys know, I've been living in Indonesia for a very long time, couple of years, and I might be moving to another country next year. We're not sure yet which country that is going to be, but yeah. Hello guys, welcome. I'm reading the live chat on the phone. It's easier for me. So we got Christopher, Crypto Cross, driving on the road. No Christmas for me. Syntax, we got Sahil, 12-year uptrend, enter not. My fat. Well, we got some very interesting Bitcoin charts, guys, and I really do think that Bitcoin is going to surprise us. It will make a massive move, either to the upside or to the downside. And in today's video, I'm going to say what I think that direction is going to be. And I'm going to do that looking at a different chart. The chart from the thumbnail, I want to have a look in that, because I think that one will tell us what the direction for Bitcoin is going to be. But before we are going to check that direction, let me check the sentiment right now here on this live stream. If you think Bitcoin is going to go up in the coming days during New Year's Eve, then type in the live stream, in the chat, type up. And if you think it's going to go down, then type down. And let's everybody do this so we can get a sense of if the majority thinks we're going up or down. This is going to be fun. Let me share this link real quick over on Twitter. Too bad I cannot play some Christmas movies. Play some Christmas songs in the background. I will get copyright problems. But it would be nice, especially for that one driving right now in the truck, right? We're playing Driving Home for Christmas. Let me check in the live stream what's going on. Up, up. We got up, sideways, up, end of year rally. Wow, actually, wow. I know it's not like a big sample size, but I wouldn't expect that now most people already think that it's going to be up. We got my third saying it thinks it goes down. Yeah, let's jump in the charts. Let's jump in the charts, guys. We're gonna look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 charts, basically. Okay, we got a lot of information I actually want to share, but I don't want to make this like a 1-hour live stream. I just want to make it compact a little bit. But I also, let me think where I will start. Okay, well, let's start with the bybit chart. Let's get rid of the momentum indicators. Let's just have a look at the structure, zoom out to the 4-hour time frame. What do we have right here? We got a bigger descending channel. And we got a smaller ascending channel, as you can see right here, where we are at support. Very important, very important. But this bigger descending channel, guys, this bigger descending channel is not visible on every Bitcoin chart. Or actually, it is visible on different Bitcoin charts, but the structure looks slightly different. And maybe it is more significant. You can tell me what you think. That is the Bitcoin futures chart. And let's get rid of the momentum indicator, zoom out. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame as well. Then we also have that descending channel. As you can see, descending channel. I think this one actually looks a little bit more beautiful than the bybit one, to be honest. However, they both look, they have some significance. But the difference is, guys, the big difference is that the Bitcoin futures chart is trading below the middle of the channel, which means that we are in the lower band of the channel. And if we look at the bybit chart, we are in the upper band. So that is a big difference, I have to say. Wow, it's really it's really warm here with the fire. And it's burning good, it's burning good. So yeah, this is one of the main difference. So I'm looking at both structures, right? So on that CME futures chart, it looks like we are below resistance. So if we can break that middle, I expect a rally in Bitcoin. I definitely expect a rally in Bitcoin. But yeah, so far we haven't broken that level. And we can go to the 1-hour time frame. And we have kind of a triangle formation right here. So, as you guys know, we've entered the triangle formation from a downtrend, so the chance is actually more likely to continue to break down. And I also gotta be honest, guys, I'm going to be, spoiler alert, I have to say that with the charts that I'm seeing, I'm going to lean a little bit more to the bearish side. And I know it's a bit contrarian, everybody's expecting a Christmas rally. We can still get that Christmas rally, don't get me wrong. There are charts suggesting that rallies, like the Dow Jones, it also looks quite bullish. But I got to say that I'm slightly leaning to the bearish side. And I have a couple of reasons for that. The first reason, and that is the most important reason, is actually the Dixie chart. That is right here. The Dixie chart had a top. We came down right here. We touched the important support level, but this falling wedge formation, guys, if we bring out the momentum indicators, it just really looks like it wants to bounce. And I put a lot of significance to Dixie. So we're making lower lows right here. We're making higher lows, or like bottoming out on the relative strength index. Higher lows on the Orion's belt right here. We have the MACD coming up as well. So it just looks like that bearish momentum right here really running out of steam, and that we could see something like this, right? And we already broke out, backtested former resistance as support. Right now we're still hovering below resistance, okay? This green box is still resistance. So if we do something like this, of course, that would be really bullish for the financial markets, really bullish for Bitcoin too. But I just think, based on this chart, this gotta bounce. Like, it needs a small breather. That's what I think. But I also think we are very close to a bottom in Bitcoin, if not already seen it. So if you are a long-term investor, long-term hodler, don't even bother what I'm saying here, okay? I'm just talking about the coming days ahead, coming days and weeks. So as you guys know, 2023, I'm actually very, very bullish on 2023. I have also a bit contrarian standpoint there. The summary of that, and I will educate you guys more about that in the future on this channel. So if you are new, make sure to subscribe if you want to get that idea. But there are two cycles that I'm watching. The 16-year cycle of Bitcoin and the sunspot cycle. This is a planetary cycle where we often see, when the sunspots are at the peak, we often see a peak in the regular financial markets. And I do think we can see that in Bitcoin too. And both of these cycles, the 16-year cycle and the sunspot cycle, pointing towards a peak at the end of 2023, beginning of 2024. the further in time we are, I will know more precisely when that exactly is going to be. So therefore it's important that you subscribe and have that bell icon on if you want to follow that idea, or just make sure you watch WhalePortal quite often, because I have an article about that too. If you go to the learn section right here, you can learn about everything about the WhalePortal charts, but if you go down, you have sunspot cycles and Bitcoin. This is an article, guys, I wrote in the past weeks, where I basically say I'm comparing the sunspot cycles with what's happening in the world, with the unemployment rate, with recessions, with Bitcoin tops. Look at this. This peak, Bitcoin top. This peak, Bitcoin bottom. This peak, Bitcoin top. This peak was 9/11. This peak was the market top of .com bubble. And as you can see right here, we are going to see in this period a peak in the sunspot cycle. And if I would just see this like sunspot cycle, I would be okay. It's interesting, right? I always do like this stuff, like the Shemitah cycle I've been talking about, where I already said in 2020 that the stock market will top in 2021 on September. We have seen that very accurate based on one cycle. If I would just listen to that cycle, you would outperform every single one out there, and that's just based on a biblical cycle. The sunspot cycle is something similar, right? And I do follow this one, but I do like to see some confluence with different ideas, and I do see that. So I see it with the 16-year cycle. That is, I made another video about that. I will talk more about that in the future. That is too much theoretics to jump right now in. 16-year cycle basically says that Bitcoin most likely will top out end of 2023, beginning of 2024. It's actually the perfect storm, because it means that the halving 2024 will become super bearish. We already have that rally before the halving. Then everybody is going to say like, yeah, at the halving we are going to see Bitcoin continue this rally, but then actually that will be like maybe the sell-off event, or Bitcoin already topped. Everybody's anticipating, so we might have that front run of the halving. So yeah, guys, that's what I think. And I'm actually quite confident with this, because previous bear market, I already knew to predict the exact top in terms of time for Bitcoin. Right now, I'm going to claim the same thing. I really think that I have some valuable information which will be predicting the exact top in a time frame, in a certain time frame of Bitcoin. Like I say, end of 2023, beginning of 2024. Of course, also depends how this is going to process eventually. But okay, back to the Bitcoin chart. Dixie looks like it wants to bounce, right? It looks like it wants to get a breather right here. If this one goes up, Bitcoin and the regular financial markets go down. So that's why I'm going to lean slightly more to the downside right here. But there are some bullish signs too. Which I will jump into in a second. But let me first have a look at the chat. Yeah, exciting times, 100% exciting times. Yeah. You got, everyone has his specialty, right? Like one is doing, like I'm already trading since 2016. I've did a lot of TA, pattern trading, did a lot of things. But for me, to be honest, like from all the things that I'm seeing, from all the books that I'm reading, I'm just personally really interested in these cycles. And I'm really interested in planetary movements. Because I just see from my experience that if I would have gone with the theoretics about cycles and planetary cycles, market cycles, time cycles, it's way easier to outperform the market than to be zoomed in the whole time on these short-term patterns. You gotta know in what kind of sea you are riding. Right, you are going with the boat. You gotta know the sea. If you just look at the waves that are like left and right from you, you can maybe survive these small storms, but you don't know in the bigger picture where you actually go. So you gotta know which sea are you. Which sea are you? How do you call it in English? I don't even know. Driving, I guess. That's just my take on it. Hash ribbons also inverted, so that means that we can have some selling pressure for miners. So these are more the bearish signs. We got some planetary things going on, right? Like the moon cycle. starting to become bearish. Mercury is going to retrograde in 2 days. I made a video about that a couple of days ago. Is this going to be bearish for Bitcoin? Of course, it's not like the funding rates, right? I would have to say, guys, the funding rates, the average funding fee is the best, very best by far short-term indicator for Bitcoin. You can just trade based on funding rates if you know how this works. Basically, this is just the best indicator. I think most profitable traders, they all include funding rates. Funding rates is one of the most important things of their analysis. Short-term funding rates is just most important. But if you look at certain things like Mercury retrograde, we can see that in the past, often Bitcoin dumped during these times. And is that coincidence? Possible. Is it coincidence that Mercury retrogrades at certain times where Bitcoin dumping? It's all possible. We might never know the exact answer, right? Sometimes you don't need you don't need the answer as well. The same as with your body or with a car. You don't need to know how a car works to drive a car successfully. You don't need to know how your heart is beating, how your belly is working, how your body is separating all your nutritions which you eat to use your body in a good way. Sometimes you just don't know. You don't need to know how things work, but you can use it anyway. I hope this sounds a little bit logical. But yeah, Mercury retrograde, often we are seeing Bitcoin price plummet, and if it doesn't plummet, it basically means that we might pre massive rally. So if we don't plummet during retrograde period, which takes till the 18th of January, then most likely Bitcoin is right before a massive rally, because often when Bitcoin doesn't dump in Mercury retrograde, we have massive rallies in Bitcoin. That's what I think. Everybody talks about 9 or 10k. Yeah, that is also true. That is also true. Like, you gotta pick a side, right? Like, I can't sit here like, yeah, 50-50. We have bullish signs, we have bearish signs. But I'm going to lean slightly to one side, and I'm also going to prepare for that, of course. And right now, I'm just slightly leaning to the bearish side. And that's also because you guys all saying up in the chat, because I think the sentiment is that everybody expect a Christmas rally. Guys, how is this possible? We got like 30 people watching, but we only got 5 likes. Come on, it's Christmas. If you like these cycles and stuff, make sure to subscribe, because this is I won't be talking about this every single video, but I will make videos about it because I think it is important, and these cycles are more macro, so anyhow, we don't need to talk about it every single day. Yeah. And let me know what you guys have been doing for Christmas. Let me know in the chat. I'm curious. Let's keep the Christmas vibe a little bit here. It's really warm. Tonight we are going to gourmet. We are going to eat lots of steaks. I have like I said it last live too. Like, there's like a farm here close to where I live, where they have like where you can get like fresh steaks from cows that actually walk here outside. I really love that. I always buy I actually almost buy all my food at the farm. Don't we historically have an end of the year rally? Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's a good argument, yeah. Normally we have it. It's called Christmas rally, end of year rally. Yeah, that's true. So back to TA. What are the bearish signs? The bearish signs are basically planetary cycles right now. The Dixie looking like it really wants to go up. It really needs a breather. Yeah. So far, Bitcoin is going like the amount of, wow, actually now I'm seeing something. What is this? Could this be a some form of a wedge triangle? Like, that's why sometimes on the Bitcoin future side just looks a little bit more cleaner, right? We get a clear triangle formation right here. Just touch resistance. We still closed today because of the public holidays, right? But this will open, I guess, tomorrow. So most likely tomorrow, guys, Bitcoin regular price will be at similar levels as here, 16,780. If we break down, we definitely can see some panic in the markets, I think. And yeah, if the Dixie's going up, yeah. Bijmer? No, not Bijmer. It's called bijzonder rundvlees. You can Google about it. Where are we at support on Dixie? Look, we got this green zone right here. This has been acting as support right there. Has been acting as resistance. I can actually now, when I look here, it also has been acting as support. This can actually maybe go a little bit lower. What is this? No, a little bit lower. Yeah, you could put it here too. It is valid, right? Like a fake out right here coming down. Yeah, maybe this is even better. So it makes even more sense. Jumping into support, coming down. Yeah, maybe this is even better. I will leave it like this. Yeah, guys. So yeah, Dixie's at support, guys. What we can do is we can have a look at even the mini futures are closed. Let's have a look at the fix. Let's have a look at the fix. Go to the 4 hour. Yeah, this is also. This one is actually, yeah, looking a little bit bullish. Why is that, you ask? We go to the area chart. Yeah. Yeah, what we often see is like we break, we backtest, rally. We break, backtest, rally. This was break without backtest. If we scroll back. No, I don't want to have that green zone. Scroll back, my man. Yeah, right here. Break, kind of fake out back, rally. But backtest, rally. The fix is not the cleanest chart that you gotta. But this green box is support. Every time we hit the green box, we get out of it. Once the fix is going up, S&P 500 is going down. So I would say this is yeah, slightly confirming the bearish scenario too. But I'm not preaching right here like, yeah, 100% we are going down. Definitely not. It's divided. It's definitely divided. But what can you do? Watch. What can you watch? Very important. What we can watch, and this is also the more bullish sign, that is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, okay? We actually have a megaphone pattern right here. We broke that megaphone pattern to the upside. We backtested form resistance as support. So far we're seeing a bounce. As you can see, I have a alert here as well. Once we break that level, we come back in. This would be very bearish, to be honest. Will create a lot of panic, New Year's panic. Everybody's lighting up fireworks, and this chart could go down. S&P 500 still has a gap above us, 2 gaps actually. So that's why I still think we short term could still see some upside. What can you watch in Bitcoin too? Well, you can watch the Bitcoin futures chart, guys. We have 16,575. That is the 50% Fibonacci retracement tool level right here. If we break that and backtest it as resistance, most likely we will at least go to 16.1k. But if you're already in a short right here, then you save for maybe if we are going to see lower levels. Of course, I will share this information also on WhaleAlerts. So if you are not yet active over on WhaleAlerts, but you are an active trader, make sure to join WhaleAlerts right here on whaleportal.com under the menu called WhaleAlerts. We are actually expanding this. We are going to build, we are busy building something bigger with WhaleAlerts, which will be focused on trading, but which will also be focusing on mindset while trading, because this is, I think, one of the most important things. What goes wrong with most traders is that they lack the mindset. They don't know how to handle certain situations, or how to deal with certain emotions, or how to stay balanced when being in trades. So this is going to be a big additional thing that we are working on WhalePortal. But Rome is not built in one day. We have a small team. So things do take time, but good things do take time. This platform WhalePortal also took a lot of time to develop, right? I'm already working on this platform for 6 months right now, together with a team. Very good team actually, but it is a very good website. I don't think there's any other website displaying this data such accurate as we are doing on WhalePortal. It's a super reliable website. It always has the most up-to-date data. It has historical data. And we even going to implement the price and the data below the price. We're working on that right now, so you can analyze it a little bit easier. But the way this data is stored, even when the exchange go down, we still get data. So we always have the most up-to-date data. We have own databases where we actually save everything in, so we always make sure that we have the most recent, most up-to-date data. So yeah, guys, I think it's a very good website. But yeah, you can always check for yourself, of course. If we break down right here, of course, the target would be the width of the triangle put at the point of breakout. So it would be slightly below 61.80%, but we just can see a further drop due to the panic, due to maybe another liquidation event. Who knows? But like I said, I'm going to lean slightly more to the bearish side because of the Dixie, hash ribbons inversion, fix. Also, we have positive funding rates recently, but I'm not going to say that it is 70% chance to go to the downside. No, it's just slightly. I think it's slightly more likely to go down, which might be even 60%, something like that. Because this chart, the Dow Industrial Average, definitely points to a rally, to be honest. Right, megaphone pattern breakout, retest, bam. Why not rally? This chart looks like it's going to rally. It's just other charts that make me doubt, which makes me lean more to the bearish side. Okay, let me go to the chat a little bit. My calculations are 17.8k, then straight down. Possible. Yeah, but you can talk about XRP, of course, but I personally wouldn't. The thing is, what we are seeing every bear market is the Bitcoin dominance first has to go up, right? So the attention has to go back to Bitcoin. It will outperform every other token right there. And then once Bitcoin outperformed and the Bitcoin dominance is back up, we can divide our basket back into altcoins. That's what I think. Driving off. Guys, what do you think? Let me know. We got 34 people in the chat. Of course, first of all, 34 people. How many likes we got? I can, let me see. I can see 24. I don't know if that's true, but maybe we can put that at least at 32 or 34. How many people? 34. So we at least have as much likes as people in the chat. That would be awesome. And let me know again in the chat if you think Bitcoin, because this is important. If I can make a poll on Twitter too, actually. I will do that after the stream. If everyone thinks Bitcoin is going to go up, then my conviction that it's going to go down will increase. Definitely. Definitely, yeah. Here we got the support at 16.550. And on the Bitcoin futures chart, it's 16.575. So we can actually say 16.5 is going to be the major support right now. Lose 16.5 and backtest this level as resistance. will most likely ignite a not a fire, but a more some more downside. And if the Dow Jones will come down here as well, go back into this channel, yeah, that's honestly going to be a huge warning signal. But like I said, guys, I think I'm very optimistic for 2023. I think Bitcoin will see a massive bullish year. This is because of the 16-year cycle. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, soon I will update in the Learn. I will make here the 16-year cycle too, because we have the sunspot cycle, and 60-year cycle. But if you go to my historical videos here on YouTube, there's also one cycle video where I'm talking about this cycle. You should definitely watch it if you haven't done so. If you haven't read these documents on how to use whaleportal charts, but you are an active trader, you should definitely do it. I would highly recommend every single one of you to join WhaleAlerts as well. It's very important to be up to date to what's going on in the markets. Often, first thing in the morning, what I'm doing, I first check the WhaleAlerts channel, and if I don't see any signals flashed over on WhaleAlerts, then I'm often not even opening the Bitcoin charts, because I just want to act when I get more clarity, and clarity I can get when I at least know whether funding is positive, negative, when we had shootouts in premium index. So that's just very important. Yeah, I get the levels from here. This is just a Fibonacci retracement tool, right? From the bottom till the top, 61.80% is almost 16.5. This was former resistance, former support. Yeah, this green box. So I get my levels from there, and here I do the same thing in the futures chart. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up for today. I want to thank every single one of you for watching. Join me on Twitter very soon, as I will make the poll whether Bitcoin go up or down. It's important that everybody fills that in, because then we can get a nice sentiment check. If everybody says up, then I will be more confident of prices coming down. I will update you guys in the coming days. If you want to have more information, I will update as well over on WhaleAlerts. WhaleAlerts you can join by simply being an active trader, joining Bybit with the affiliate link down below. If you do so, very much appreciated. All the profits of Bybit, like a part of the fees that we get, will anyway go back into the platform. Like 100% will be reinvested. That's just a fact. Like I'm investing way more than what is coming back from that. But this is also what I want to give back to the community, right? So that is also very important. I would highly suggest you to join WhaleAlerts if you are an active trader. If you already have a Bybit account, I would say just create a new one so you can enter this Telegram channel. Make sure when you submit your user ID, email address, and Telegram handle, that your settings in Telegram are that you are allowed to be invited into channels. Some people, they submit their information, but I cannot add them, so because of their privacy settings. So make sure your privacy settings are open to be added to channels, and yeah, definitely worth it to join. Guys, I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you all for having still a little bit Christmas together. Wish you all very beautiful days coming ahead, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.